Hi, welcome to Brady's Blunders, where I show you the mistakes in my games, hoping you don't make the same ones in yours. This is the third and final video from the current series, which is about how to win a one game, which is by not doing what I did, which was finding ways to lose a one game. And really the idea when you take the big early lead, again, is to simplify, simplify, simplify. Your opponent may be able to make things complicated, but you shouldn't help them do it. And that's what I've done so far in this game. All right, let's continue. So black just played here, reducing my area, my biggest area, and I went ahead and connected. So again, I'm destroying some of his bit too, while he destroys some of mine, but really this is actually pretty good for him. He descended here, and I played here. Now this is a valid move in most cases, but here it's pretty poor. In general, the idea is play as far away from thickness as you can, right? You know the proverb, don't play close to thickness? Proverb, I never get that word right either. In this case, I'm playing a little closer to thickness. I could play here if I wanted to. If I don't want to pull that stone out directly, this is a better play. At any rate, I didn't do that. And instead, I played here. Black pushed me down over here, which I answered. And then black came here. And this is the first game problem. If you were white, where would you play? As usual, I'll only tell you to pause once, but feel free to pause with all the problems. Go ahead and pause now if you like and think about it. Right. I looked at this as being pretty big, so I went and answered it. And indeed, it is pretty big. But, I mean, how much is it really worth? The fives, well, 1, 2, 3, 4 stones are worth 8 points. The points immediately around it make it up to 11 points, plus it has some endgame potential. Maybe it's wrong, but let's call it 15 points. So it's big, but is it urgent? Definitely not urgent, and I think I knew that at the time, but I didn't really consider alternatives. And I could just play here. And it turns out, although this doesn't look huge, it really is, because if black ignores it and goes ahead and claims the 15, maybe 20 points, fine. That's okay. Black gets a big corner, but then when white jumps out, something like this, now this black group has no base, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. It should really die. And I mean, even this doesn't make a base because white can always descend here and escape to either side. So this looks really, really grim for black. So black can't do this. And therefore, I should play this myself. But I didn't. I answered. And black played one push here, which instead of answering directly, I went and started to increase my eye space a bit. Black played here. And again, figuring I have a lead, I'll connect up my groups and be safe, and I should be good. So I was thinking. And then black played Hane here. And when I saw this, I thought, that looks like a cutting point I should be able to exploit. And indeed I should. So if you were white, where would you play now? Okay. I played here, figuring I'm aiming at this cutting point here and this cutting point here, and this was good enough. But it's not, because black gets this as a forcing move, which is a big difference from what I should have played, and then comes back and fixes here. So the shape isn't as thin as I'd hoped. And sure, I've still got opportunities, but I could have done better. And the reason this isn't good is because of that forcing move I showed you. And instead, white can play like this directly, not give black the forcing move. If black connects, now it's white gets the Atari and the capture, and immediately makes this R12 stone look silly. So this would have been a better and safer way to play that just gradually takes the points, which is really all I need to do. Didn't do that though. So I cut here. And again, this is going back to the idea that I talked about earlier, and maybe I don't have much choice now because I've helped black so much, but here it is that it's me that's doing the cross-cutting, even though I'm the one who had the big lead early. So it's me that's picking the fights, so I must have done something wrong to get into this position. I mean, I played this relatively quickly, seeing that both extensions work for me, right? If black plays on top, then I can, I mean, when black plays on top, I'll extend and I'll either capture the bottom stone or be able to move out. And either way, I'm happy. But it didn't go as I kind of hoped. Black played here, I extended, and then black extended again, which I think was clever. This is black saying, you still have a weak group, but now I've gained a ton of points along the lower right. So what are you going to do with that weak group? I played an Atari here, which black cleverly didn't answer directly. And this is the final game problem? Nope, one more after this. Anyway, so if you were white, where would you play now? Okay, so I looked at this black group as being weak, and I decided to take away its base and rescue my single stone like this, which was not the best way because basically my weakest group I didn't deal with, and that's what I should have done, is I should have come back and helped this weak group. It actually maybe even has some territorial potential in the middle, but it leaves this black group looking scared. And after further exchanges, I mean, this white stone isn't even captured with this. So, you know, let's say I get an exchange over here. Again, I can just ascend. So this is not going to be trivial for black to live. And even if black does live, so long as I don't let him escape and give him all the points and I can seal him in, I should make plenty of points in compensation. So this would be a much better way for white to play. But I didn't, and instead I saved this single stone. So after white connected, black took advantage of white's weakest shape on the board, so the one that I didn't help. So he immediately cross-cut, again, inviting complications. I hope you can see that I can't capture that stone right now, right? Because he can just Atari from this side, and you can see that I'm going to be captured. So totally unacceptable. So this was a clever play. And of course I moved out. With black's next move, he played this way. And here is where I would ask the viewers again, where would you play at this point? Right. I went ahead and captured, which was stupid. Because when black double Atari'd, I realized that if I connected, I had only 2 liberties. So black did double Atari, and I went and turned out this way. Black still captured, and I played here again, because if he's got double Panuki, he's completely alive. But instead of obliging me and answering, he went ahead and played the same. And again, if I capture, he can do a double Atari. If I connect, he's going to get this. It's terrible. So at this point, you know, it's not worth showing anymore. I'm just getting completely hustled, and I'm not reading. And he played a really nice sequence there. So let's go back to the problem and show what I should have done. Capturing was a definite mistake. But what happens if I play this way? Well, if black goes ahead and makes that capture, getting the double Panuki, saving this group, now the cut here works. And this white group is going to be, this white string of stones is going to be fine. I'm either going to capture these 2 stones or these 2 stones. And again, the game is pretty good. All he's done is captured a few points in the middle, and I will have captured quite a lot along the edge. So black wouldn't be able to do that and would have to go ahead here. So this would have actually been a forcing move, which would have forced black to protect. Now I can go ahead and pick up these 2 stones, or this stone, eliminating that double panuki idea completely, connect, and black would play here. So one thing I want to make clear, you see that confined space I'm in? That was a confined space of my own doing. So this is a success for black. Now, it may not work for black, and as a matter of fact, with proper play, I probably should be okay. But black has successfully created complications, and if he can win this fight, he's going to win the game. So that's well done. He's gone from a lost game to a game in which, if he wins a fight, he's going to win. So, like I said, that would be success, even if it doesn't work in the end. To have gotten to this point would be a big success for black. If I extend and then black extends, keeping me from my friends, and then I extend, and at this point I'm getting enough liberties. Black would need to fix his shape, and then I could come here. Like I said, it's complicated. I think white should be fine in the end, and still have a good chance of winning, but that requires me to play well. And that's not what you need in a game that you have won priorly. And I think that's why one of the reasons I played so badly from this point is I felt like I had won game, yet all of a sudden here I am fighting for my life, and it just threw me. So at any rate, that's it. I'm not going to show any more of this game because it's terrible, but I really wanted to make sure that those principles are clear. When you're winning, don't pick the fights. Make the opponent pick the fights. Keep your stones connected if you can. Make all your moves so they're increasing your lead if you can. And this is the way to win a one game. Deciding to pick another fight is the way to gamble a one game. And that's what I did. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.